Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to NBC Arts. On this channel we talk about filmmaking gear, tips, and tutorials, and today is going to be a little bit different of a video. At the beginning of this week when I was trying to make this video, I was having a little bit of trouble. Like, I originally wanted to make a video about the Sony FX6 and how it compared to my C200 and the image quality and how good and blah blah blah, you know, like every other YouTuber has probably done already. But while I was recording that video, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the content. I wasn't feeling the topic. I wasn't feeling anything, you know. So I just stopped making the video, and I just kind of thought about what I wanted to do for this week. And so, which led me to today. You know, it's kind of a weird day, you know, like as of recording this right now, this video needs to be up in like 2 days, so it's going to be kind of a crazy weekend of editing and, you know, making sure everything's done and ready for you guys. But on top of all that, as of recording this video, I am turning 24 tomorrow. And that's kind of brought everything into perspective from this year, you know. Like 2020 was a crazy year for just about everybody, and especially me. You know, I went from being a cinematographer at a production company making videos for a living to going back to school for something that's not even related to filmmaking and starting up a YouTube channel of all things. So as you can see, it was quite a bit of a change for me, and you know, now that the year is wrapping up and I'm another year older, it kind of brought, you know, my filmmaking journey into perspective. Which kind of brings me to the point of this video and how filmmaking kind of relates to your mental health. Filmmaking can be kind of a crazy career path to go down. You know, you could be super lucky and get noticed and get, like, shoot straight to the top, or you're gonna have to put in years of dedicated hard work to work your way up the ladder from being a PA and all the way up to a director if you get that far. And from my perspective, you know, I've kind of worked a little bit in a lot of different areas of filmmaking. You know, right now I'm doing YouTube. I was doing commercial work with that production company, you know, a little bit of advertisement, and then I've also worked on some narrative productions, like on bigger sets and stuff like that. I've done a lot of indie filmmaking with some of my own projects. And you know, when I first got into filmmaking, when I went to go to film school, you know, my whole idea and perspective of this is like, once I graduated film school, I would just want to go work for a company, like either whether that be a production company or whether that be just, you know, whatever company that needs an in-house, you know, video guy or whatever. And, you know, I would just make videos for a living that way and get paid. Well, you know, when I graduated school, that really wasn't the truth. And especially kind of around where I live. It wasn't like you would just go out and get like a job. Like, I mean, that was an option, but you know, those jobs are kind of few and far in between a little bit and extremely competitive to get. And what really happens is you kind of go from gig to gig to gig as productions come along and come up. And with this, you build up a network and stuff like that, and slowly you'll be able to get more and more consistent work, but the beginning is extremely, extremely hard, especially when starting out as a PA. And so starting out, it was a little bit of a struggle. I did end up getting a job with a production company, and that was kind of my saving grace. And for me, this was great, but you know, then COVID-19 hit and threw everything out of whack. The production company I was working for had to close down because we were not considered essential workers during the shutdown, and you know, that's kind of when things got put into perspective for me. This is kind of where things started to take a toll on me specifically. I started having a little bit of anxiety because I didn't know what was coming next. I had just got this job, and now all of a sudden the entire economy was shut down, and I didn't know if I was even going to have a job to return to. It kind of put things into perspective, and I kind of questioned whether I was really happy doing what I was doing at that job. And you know, everything just kind of got put into perspective a little bit, and I did some soul searching, and I decided to quit. I decided to quit the first job that I had, my first real job that I had in filmmaking, and pursue YouTube and go back to school for something that's like not even related to filmmaking at all. For me, this was more of a way that I could get the best of both worlds. I could create projects on my own that I could have full creative control over on topics that I wanted to talk about, like gear and filmmaking techniques, and you know, and share my knowledge with a community that I could build on YouTube. And for me, that was really, really, really attractive, even though it would be a lot of work to get it up and running. And then going back to school would allow me to find a job that could give me that stable income to keep fueling my creative passions like this. And this has kind of created a weird situation because a year ago I was gung-ho on like creating a path and being a filmmaker for my career, and I was like dedicated to that, and now I'm doing something completely different. And in doing so, it kind of created a little bit of insecurity because, you know, I was doing something completely different. You know, I was wondering what my friends were gonna think, what my family was gonna think, you know, if I was ever gonna really make it on YouTube, or if it was like gonna, you know, flop or whatever, you know, if it's all gonna be for nothing. And so what I kind of learned from this whole entire experience of 2020 and switching careers and starting YouTube and everything else like that, that it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. It's okay to not do what you set out to do originally. That, you know, curveballs get thrown at you, and that's part of life, is how you adapt to what gets thrown at you. And so I know this is kind of a weird video to make, but you know, if I could just give some tips out there for any filmmaker that's going through maybe some rough times mentally and stuff like that, and trying to stay positive through especially this crazy world we live in right now, just, you know, stay positive. Things may not turn out the way you expected them to. Like, I didn't expect to be 16 plus videos into a YouTube channel right now at the age of 24. I expected to be a cinematographer doing productions and, you know, getting consistent work and whatever else like that, and doing freelance stuff on the side. You know, I expected that to happen, and it just didn't. So if you're at a low point in life or a similar situation to mine, and you're kind of feeling a little bit lost and whatever, you know, just know that everything is gonna be okay. You know, life happens, curveballs get thrown at you, and the best part about being human is being able to adapt and deal with those situations, picking ourselves back up and trying it again, but in a new and better way. And it's not about what you do for a living or how much money you make or where you're at in life compared to other people. It's how you live your life the best way that you possibly can, and being a positive influence for other people in your life. And just a quick update, I don't know if there's gonna be another video for this month, given that Christmas and New Year's and everything is coming up. Family's coming over, and I'm gonna be kind of busy later this month, so there may or may not be a video. But if I do have some extra time, I do want to get another video out for everybody here on the channel. A big thanks to my subscribers. There's 57 of you now. That's freaking crazy. You know, I know it's not a crazy number or anything like that, but I'm really happy at the fact that there's 57 people out there that subscribe to my channel, like my content, and have decided to stick around. So you guys are the MVPs and stuff. And just know that there's some really fun stuff I have planned for 2021. I have some cool new projects coming up, some stuff that I kind of want to try out, and I'm really excited to kind of get into that for this channel. Well, that is about it for me. Thanks everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment down below. If you want to see more from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video I produce. And as always, I will see everybody in the next video. See you later.